Also, I'm gonna say this now, yes, I am in my pajamas this whole video, but just bear with me. This is just a lazy study day, so I'm keeping it real, guys, keeping it real.
Running fast, never look back.
Hey everybody, my name is Sophie and welcome back to my channel. If none of you know me, hi, my name is Sophie and I am a second year nursing student going into this year in 2021. Yeah, I made this YouTube account just so I can show you guys my journey in becoming a nurse, my highs, my lows and everything in between. I also want to show things like my lifestyle and health and fitness and everything I'm interested in, my friends and travel and everything like that. If that's something you might be interested, feel free to subscribe down below. I also have a new Future Nurse Sophie account on Instagram. It's basically a way I can just interact with you guys, something a bit more personal. I post almost daily on there as well as my stories, and it's just a good way to interact with you guys. So if that's something you might be interested with, feel free to follow that. I post a lot of study tips, guides and everything like that. So yeah, feel free to go check that one out. So normally when I have a day I know I need to get a lot done, a lot of studying for university, I have really a routine that I do. It depends if it's exam study, so when I need to make flashcards and things like that, which is a little bit more fun than compared to what I actually did this morning, and that was just assignment work. So that's what you'll see me do this morning. And then after you guys see my study morning routine, I will share with you my 7 productivity tips for staying on top of things in nursing school and everything like that. So let's get to it. First, guys, remember it's a good day to have a good day. Okay guys, so I've just come downstairs and I'm now going to start studying. I've already set everything up here. This is where I like to study. I like being outside with the fresh air, the nice river. So this is where I will be for a few hours. Everything here. So yeah, let's get to studying. Woo! Okay, so before I start studying, I always get my diary for the year, which is this 2021 diary from Papier. I did a little unboxing haul if you're at all interested on my Future Nurse Sophie account. I love it, but if you want more details about it, definitely go check out that video. So yeah, basically before I start studying, I plan my day, what I want to do, my goals, what I want to achieve, my breaks and everything like that. So I'll just be doing that now. Now I'm just going to get into studying. I'm not actually studying for an exam or anything, I'm just doing an assignment, so I'll just be on my computer doing that. It's an assignment on, if any of you are interested, which I highly doubt it, it's not a very interesting nursing related assignment, but it's basically a life crisis assignment. We basically need to choose a life crisis that we've seen during placement, and then we need to analyse it in terms of the social justice principles and do 10 annotated bibliographies, which I only remember doing in school, so it's taking me a while to actually understand how to do that. So I told you it wasn't very interesting, but there you go, that's what this assignment's on, so I'll just be working on that. Hey guys, so now that I've done all my studying for the day, I'm now going to sit down and just explain to you guys my 7 tips for productivity and basically how to help you study during nursing school or any really degree. Just written 7 things on my phone, so I'll just go through them one by one, and they're all pretty self-explanatory, so I shouldn't ramble on for too long. Okay, so number 1 I have, and this one's probably the most important to me, and that's study in a place you are focused in. Now, I used to study in my room because I have a desk there, and sometimes I do study in there, but because my room is so small and cramped, I feel like I'm not most, I wouldn't say creative, but I'm not most productive in that room. I don't feel inspired, motivated, or anything like that. So I found a new spot I actually enjoy studying, and you would have seen that in this video, but that's on my deck outside. I just love how light it is. I like seeing the river. So I found that as my new study spot, and I study there almost all the time unless mum has people over or there's a lot of people in the house and it's quite loud. That's when I'll head upstairs into my room, but only when I have to. I do quite enjoy being outside. So yeah, that's my number one tip, is definitely find a place you feel most productive in, because obviously it's not easy studying. No one really wants to study, so definitely help yourself out and find a place that you think you'll be most productive in. So find a place you are focused in. So that's the number one tip I would say for productivity. And number two, I would say this is the way I study, and it's basically studying for 50 minutes without my phone, 50 minutes straight, and then I have a 10-minute break. Now in this 10 minutes I try and stand up. You've probably heard about this rule. I think it's called the 50-10 minute rule. But yeah, basically I try and stand up, whether it's to go get a coffee, walk around the kitchen, sit back down. It doesn't have to be for long, but it's just so I stand up. And then that's when not gonna lie, that's when I do go on my phone. I just go on TikTok or things like that. Go on my new nursing account, Future Nurse Sophie. If you haven't followed it, you definitely should. So yeah, that's just one of the ways I study. I don't do it all the time, but I do find when I do that, I'm most productive because I know when my break's coming, so I can smash out during those 50 minutes. So that's my productivity tip number two, have breaks every 50 minutes. So my tip number three is to have water with you. This is just something that helps me. I think drinking water is obviously very, very important. So when I have it next to me, I'm more inclined to drink it. This doesn't necessarily help with productivity, I would say, but I find it quite important, so I thought I'd pop it in here. I just think also sipping on something might help productivity, maybe motivation. Probably not. But yeah, it just keeps you hydrated, and I think that's important while you're studying. You don't want to burn yourself out, and be hydrated also, so have some water with you while you study. Okay, so now we are on tip number four, is reward yourself. Now I think this is something quite important. I feel like if you're working towards something like a reward, not only are you going to be productive by trying to get it done, but you're also going to feel maybe a bit more fulfilled by the end of it, because you're going to be like, wow, I did all this work and now I'm rewarding myself. So this can be something like going out for lunch or going for a walk. Rewards will look different for everyone. For me, I'm actually going to have a picnic this afternoon, and I told myself I wasn't going to go unless I did all the work I did today. So I did, so now I can go to the picnic, so that's great. So now this afternoon when I go have my picnic with my friends, I can enjoy myself and feel very accomplished from the day. Yeah, that's tip number four, is have a reward for yourself. You know, be kind to yourself. You've done a lot of work, so you definitely deserve a nice reward. Alrighty, so now we're on tip number five, and that is goals. Now, goals I think are super important, whether that's having a to-do list, whether having a specific goal, but I do think it is quite important to have goals and an idea of what you want to achieve during your study period. This is something I do every single day when I am studying. If I'm having a study day, I set my goals. So after this session of studying, what do I want to achieve? You know, do I want to do half the assignment? Do I want to just make a start? Do I want to do a template? Or you know, maybe even if it's just a goal of understanding this concept. You know, in nursing school, a lot of things are hard to comprehend, so even if the goal for that session is understand, you know, BGLs or something like that. So yeah, I think having goals is definitely important. That way you know what you're working towards and everything like that, and I think it just keeps your productivity and motivation up high because you know what you're working towards. Okay, so now we're on are we on my 6th or 7th? I think we're on 6. Okay, so for number 6, I've included two things. They don't actually have anything to do with each other, and that is eat nutritious meals and put your phone away. So for the first section, eat nutritious meals, I think this is quite important, and it's something I have definitely noticed. You know, when I'm studying and I have toast or I have something that's really, I'd even say high carby, I haven't actually looked into the science of it, but when I have something that's very carb based, I feel very slump after, if that makes sense. So this might just be me, but it still undergoes the same umbrella, and that is eat nutritious meals. You know, if you're going to study at lunchtime, after lunch, in the morning, I would just say the meal beforehand, have something a bit healthier maybe. Yeah, make sure you have your protein, carb and fat so your brain is nice and happy and healthy, because there's no point going into a intense study session and be hungry or be tired because maybe what you had wasn't super healthy. And then the second part to part 6 is put your phone away. So this kind of goes with tip number 2 with doing the 50 to 10 minutes. I would say put your phone away for that 50 minutes. You don't need to touch it, you don't need it. It gets distracting with social media and everything. You know, once you click on TikTok, you're on there for hours. Trust me, I definitely do that. So I would say put your phone away for the 50 minutes. Then like I said, for your 10 minutes you can go on your phone and do what you would like. But that's the other one for tip number 6, is put your phone away. Okay, and then for tip number 7, our last tip, it is have a structure. You know, this is something that takes some time of studying and realizing what works and what doesn't work for you, but I would definitely say having a structure has helped me in studying. This includes where you study, when you study, and how you study. So where you study, like I said in tip number 1, where you study is super important for increasing productivity, motivation. You don't want to be somewhere really dark and cluttered like my room is, so that's why I avoid working in there. The other thing is when you study. Now there are a lot of case studies actually that say in the morning you're most productive, and then in the afternoon you reach a bit of a slump, so about 3 o'clock, and then you go back down into into less motivation, less productivity. So personally for me, I would suggest maybe study in the morning. That way you get it out of the way as well, and then you have the whole day and afternoon to do what you would like. But from that case study, I'm not sure which it's called. If I do find out, I'll link it down below if you would like to read more about it. But they basically suggest study in the morning because you're most happy, most productive and most motivated in the mornings. And then the other thing for structure is how you study. So like I said, this will take some time. You're going to find what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So for me personally, it doesn't work for me when I switch up different things. I like working on something and working on it till it's finished. I don't like breaking things up into sections personally, and that just works for me. So because of this, I plan my week, so I know that this day I might work on this one task, Wednesday I might work on this one task, but for some of you guys, on Tuesday you might work on different tasks. But for me, this just doesn't really work for me. I prefer sticking to one thing and doing it until it's finished, and yeah, like I said, that just works for me. But yeah, so I would just say overall for tip number 7, just find out what works for you in studying and your schedule. Then you'll feel most productive because you'll know what you need to do, you'll know how you need to plan for it, and you'll overall, I think, have a better productivity and motivation rate, and therefore get those assessments done. So yeah, I think that's it for my 7 tips for productivity. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It might help some of you in increasing your productivity, your motivation, and therefore your study habits for nursing school. Well, yeah, obviously this doesn't have to be just for nursing school. It can be even if you're still in school, if you're studying anything else, this would really help. So I hope this video has helped you guys in kind of understanding, well, this is my take anyway, on what can increase productivity, your motivation, and therefore your overall study success. If you guys like this video, please give it a like if you did. Comment down below if you have any video suggestions, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you again so much guys for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Running fast, never look back. Now we're over, that's a fact.